Man, so there's a video that dropped this past weekend that I absolutely had to share and talk about because of one section in particular, but really among the whole video, man, it really gripped me. And there was some that was just a fascination of who Shia LaBeouf is, but then also what he's dealing with and then his perspectives as well. So I want to talk about a clip that's going really viral, especially among believers and among Christians, but then talk about kind of the whole interview as a whole and just kind of where we should be on these things and how we should respond, especially when you're dealing with people who are obviously struggling in some ways. This video, this testimonial, this interview, whatever you want to call it, man, it was very bizarre in a lot of ways. And just want to go ahead and play the clip that I'm going to play for you, and let's go ahead and take a look at this thing together. So he's talking about his faith here in this context, and this is about an hour into the video, so this is towards the tail end of this interview.
I'm a Catholic.
Christ first.
First. Only.
There's also some
What would you say to Jesus if you could?
Fair warning, there's a little bit of language in here, so just so you know, try to put a spoiler warning in the title or the description. So
Meet him.
I wouldn't say shit.
Really?
Nah. But I kiss him. I kiss him. I kiss his feet. No one say nothing. Chill out with these questions, Andrew.
My bad. I didn't know it was gonna make you emotional.
I'm a real
brother.
Catholic, bro. A real one.
I just thought you had thought about
No,
it.
I'm a real one, bro.
I want to believe in something.
Well, hey, bro, you gotta hit your head into the wall hard enough where you just go, fuck it. It's the only way, dog.
That's how you find God?
Yep, for me. For the hard-headed ones, yeah, you gotta go hard.
What do you think was the real life equivalent of you smashing your head on the wall?
I put a gun in my mouth. I was ready to kill myself, blow my brains out. Right.
dang, we're gonna stop it there because then he goes into dealing with some ideation and some thoughts, really dark stuff. What stood out to me, especially watching this and watch the full thing, because when you get to this point at an hour into this interview, you've already seen that clearly there's, if he's not already on something, then he's clearly being affected by it. It's affecting his brain, so that even when he's not affected by a substance, clearly there's something that's come from substance abuse. But even in that state, when he mentions Jesus, and the interviewer says, like, what would you do if you met Jesus? There's a genuine humility that comes in this that I think is really amazing to see. And I think that it's genuine when I see this. And I think we have to understand where people are at to be able to open up in that way. Because you never would see it. Like I said, that's why I say watch the full interview, because an hour in, man, this it looks crazy. It sounds crazy. Mannerisms, all that stuff. Like, it's wild. But then you get to this point, and there's a genuine sense of reverence and humility of, like, man, I don't even know what I would say to Jesus. I would just kiss his feet. And then he talks about running into a brick wall, and you just got to run into the wall, and that's how you meet God and all this stuff. And even that is scriptural. Right? We know the story of the prodigal son who sold all of his, got his inheritance early and went and squandered it all and ended up staying in a pigsty. And he was like, it'd be better to go home as a slave. Like, some people have to hit the wall really hard. And I don't know that he's hit the wall and now it's turned. It seems like he's still kind of on that journey. But man, there is a uniqueness in this. There's a uniqueness in his response that is really something I think we should pause in. And before we begin to judge people, obviously there's some stuff going on here. Watch the interview, you can see it. But I think God is working somewhere in Shia. Somewhere in Shia, man. I think God is moving and working. And it reminds me a little bit of the way Kanye was. And I'm not saying that Kanye's like, that he needs help too, man. But I think we have to be careful that we're not judging people harshly, especially when they are clearly in a really sensitive spot. I think we need to be there for them. And I think we need to recognize that even if there's some mental things happening in people's lives, that God can still speak and God can still move. And there's still some sense of fertile soil in their hearts, some sense of receptivity that they have to say, yeah, I have enough reverence to not like mock God and not to look at him as somebody to make fun of or to do anything. Like he is genuinely stopped in his tracks at that. And I know people might in the comments be like, well, yeah, of course, because when you're mentally ill, like you're just sporadic in all these other ways. And I understand that, but it felt different. And if you watch the interview in its full context, I think you would see it. And so I think we just have to be very, very careful. And we need to pray for him. We need to pray for him. We need to pray for people like him. Pray for these celebrities who have been kind of cast to the wayside. Pray for these guys who are clearly going through it. And if he's genuine about being a real one, you know what I mean? Then let's pray for him and let's continue to support him and be there for him and call him into more than just speculate and speculate and speculate. And I know that's what I'm doing here, but you understand what I'm saying? When I watched this, my heart broke. And then I walked away with a sense of encouragement that God is clearly doing something here. And so maybe you have people like that in your life. Don't give up on them. Don't give up on them. Don't cast them away. Don't judge them too early. Don't write them off. You have no idea what God is doing. And I would love to continue to pray for Shia. I hope people in his life can come around and really point him to his faith and strengthen it. And man, I hope that Jesus just radically changes him and shifts him. Because clearly he's still dealing with a lot. And I'm not even going to speculate on any of that. But I thought this response was really interesting. This interview was absolutely fascinating, even from like a psychological, philosophical standpoint. And so I encourage you to go watch it, especially if language doesn't bother you as much. Or you have the capacity to. So let me know, did you watch the interview? What did you think of it? What did you think of this segment specifically about his faith and about what he would do if he met Jesus and where that's at? And just let me know your thoughts on this, man. I think it would be so interesting to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see you in the next video. God bless.